Good evening. I'd like to call the East China Township Board meeting for March 4th, 2024 to order, please. Clerk, please.
Supervisor Westrick? Here. Clerk Smith? Here. Trustee Babel? Here. Trustee Blackstock? Here. Trustee Richley?
Here.
Treasurer Hart, Trustee Natser absent.
Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
agenda. Like motion to approve as amended with C5 edition of the park manager's report.
So moved.
This is report.
Support.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Minutes from the last meeting. Everybody get a chance to look at those?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Mr. Richley.
I support.
Ms. Babel. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Presentations, guest speakers. I don't believe you have any tonight. Public comment. Anybody?
It's not on the agenda, but I think a couple of the trustees are going to speak on what we're here for.
The cemetery.
Well, probably during board comment or something.
Okay,
Or, it's up to you guys.
that's fine. You can do
it
that.
now, or-
We can wait till.
Okay.
Do you wanna-
Okay. Consent agenda. C1 is departmental reports. 2 is a request for training for DPW. 3 is the DPW trailer purchase agreement. That was approved on February 5th already. 4 is the Park Commission December 2023 meeting minutes, and 5 is the Park Manager's report. If there are no questions, I entertain a motion for approval of the consent agenda.
Just one comment. So we're purchasing it then for $6,900?
Yes, sorry. I
Awesome.
negotiated with them. They wanted 10,500 or something like that, of course. But they had another one just like it sitting in Detroit for 7,200. I said, well, I mean, why don't we just save a bunch of grief with everybody unhooking and so I got the manager and he said, yeah, you can have the stairs and everything for 6,900.
Perfect. That's good.
So, yeah.
That's overdue. Okay, I'll make a motion to accept the consent agenda.
Support.
Moved and supported. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Disbursements.
Disbursements, we have payroll of $42,421. Accounts payable, $330,876.20. EFT, $63,196.78. E-checks, $302.30. Tax account, $268,001.19. Invoices, $108,955.62. For a total of $813,753.09. And I move for approval of payment of the bills.
Support.
Been moved and supported. Clerk, please call the roll.
Roll call vote. Supervisor Westrick?
Yes.
Clerk Smith, yes. Trustee Babel?
Yes.
Trustee Blackstock?
Yes.
Trustee Richley?
Yes.
All right, old business 1, amendment of the ordinance number 327.
Should be in your minutes, though. Oh, the ordinance is right, yeah.
Charter Township, East China, to amend ordinance 117, chapter 453, sections 8 and 9, sewer use regulations. 453-8, unpolluted drainage, 1 restriction, stormwater, surface water, groundwater, or roof water shall be unlawful for any person, corporation, or other legal entity, directly or indirectly, to cause, permit, allow, or suffer the discharge of stormwater, surface water, groundwater, or roof water into the sanitary sewer system of the township through connections, openings, lines, or systems situated on the premises owned, used by or under the direct or indirect control of any person, corporation, or legal entity. B, inflow sources. No person shall permit any new connections from inflow sources into the sanitary sewer portions of the sewer system. C, the use and drainage from weep tiles or other similar objects such as downspouts collecting or draining water outside the basement and draining into the basement or sanitary sewer system is specifically prohibited. Under 453-9, the violations, disconnections, and action to correct in the hearings. A, disconnection, any person, corporation, or legal entity who owns a premises which is in violation of any of the provisions of this article is responsible for municipal infraction as detailed herein. In addition to all other rights and remedies provided herein, the township may disconnect Any water or sewer connection is in violation of this article until the violation is corrected, and the township is reimbursed for all costs and fees incurred in pursuing and correcting the violation, and all fines related to the violation are paid in full. B, action to correct by the township. If a premise is in violation of this article, the township may elect to perform the work necessary to correct the violation or contract to have such correction made. In such event, the cost of making such correction shall be charged and is against the premises upon which the violation was occurred and as a municipal lien and added to the tax roll for the premises at assessment to be collected in the same manner as property taxes. Further, the owner of such premises shall be responsible for all costs and fees incurred in pursuing and correcting the violation, and all fines and township may pursue collection via civil action. 2, written notice the owners prior to the township, its agents or subcontractors correcting a violation of this article, the person in possession of said premises and the record owner as disclosed by the records of the St. Clair County Register of Deeds Office shall be given written notice of the violation and time to correct the violation not to exceed 45 days as determined by the township in its sole discretion. The violation notice shall also advise the owner of their right to request a hearing within 21 days of the date of the violation notice, the cost of determining the owners and parties in possession of any premises of which a violation is or has occurred, together with any attorney fee, recording, title search, or other similar expenses shall be included and made a part of the lien above provided for. C, under hearing determination, person who receives a violation notice may request a hearing before the township supervisor concerning the violation by submitting a written request for a hearing to the township clerk or supervisor within 21 days of the violation. If a written request for a violation hearing is timely received, township supervisor shall schedule a violation hearing as detailed herein. If a written request for a violation hearing is not timely received or the violation is not corrected within the time required in the violation notice, the owner of the property involved shall be responsible for municipal civil infraction subject to subsection E regarding noncompliance below. 2, service notice of violation hearing. Upon timely receipt of a request for violation hearing, the supervisor shall set a time and a place for violation hearing, and written notice thereof shall be given to all interested parties provided in herein personally, or registered by certified mail, publication, posting on the structure. Interested party defined shall be any person or entity listed on the assessment roll or found upon the premises. If the identity of an interested person is not known, the hearing notice may be directed to all parties within an interest, subject property. Proof of service, a hearing notice shall be filed with the township clerk on or before the date of violation hearing. Under 3, conduct of the violation hearing. Supervisor shall conduct the violation hearing, which is the non-public hearing. The violation hearing may be recorded, and the minutes of the violation hearing shall be approved by the supervisor. An interested party may, at its expense, have counsel present at the violation hearing and has the right to introduce relevant evidence, to examine or cross-examine witnesses, and have their objections to the violation notice heard by the supervisor. The township enforcing officer may be represented by counsel assigned by the township attorney at the violation hearing. Supervisor may set rules of procedure and conduct related to the violation hearing. Under findings, number 4, measure proof. After considering evidence, testimony, and arguments presented at the violation hearing, the supervisor shall determine whether a violation of this article exists based on preponderance of other evidence. Supervisor shall render his or her decision after a violation hearing in writing sent to all parties. A decision, if supervisor determines that a violation exists, the written finding shall recite the basis thereof in sufficient detail to identify the evidence relied on to reach the finding. Copies of written determination shall be distributed to the enforcing officer and in each interested party. And to C, dismissal, if after violation hearing the supervisor determines a violation does not exist, the violation notice shall be dismissed and no further action taken thereon. Compliance period, if after a violation hearing the supervisor determines a violation exists, supervisor may, in his or her discretion, allow time to correct the violation, but not to exceed 45 days. Noncompliance. Township action to correct. Number 1, in the event a violation is not corrected within the time demanded in the violation notice, or if a violation hearing occurred, the time allowed by the supervisor, the owner of the subject property shall be responsible for municipal civil infraction, the fine of which shall be $100 per day after the time to correct has expired. In addition to all the remedies available under the law, the township may, in its sole discretion, correct such violation through its own agents and subcontractors. All costs and fees incurred by the township to pursue and correct a violation shall be the responsibility of the owner of the subject property and shall constitute a lien on the subject property to be added to the tax rolls as special tax against said premises collected in the same manner as the property taxes. Township may also pursue collection of all costs and fees by pursuing a civil action against the owner of the subject property. Paragraphs, the provisions of this ordinance are hereby declared to be severable if any clause, sentence, paragraph, rule, regulation, section, or subsection is declared void or inoperable for any reason by any court shall not affect any other portion thereof and other than the part declared void or inoperable.
Can you move for adoption?
Sure, well, it's just a second reading, do we do it now?
Yep. I'll support your second reading for adoption.
Any other comments or questions?
Let's do roll
Clerk,
call.
please go to roll.
Supervisor Westrick?
Yes.
Clerk Smith, yes. Trustee Babel?
Yes.
Trustee Blackstock?
Yes.
Trustee Richley?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. 2, Public Services Director job description and request to recruit. We talked about this at the last meeting. Attached, you'll find the job description for the Public Services Director position that we're seeking, duties and responsibilities and ideal candidate and et cetera is on here. This action is for approve the creation of the position of the Public Services Director as described in the attached and authorize the Township Manager to recruit and fill the position of the Public Services Director. And I make a motion to approve.
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, new business 1. Spoke with our lawn care people that have been working in the township last year, and they agreed to extend on to this year according to the contract and terms, which I believe everybody's been happy with the work, so I guess make a motion to authorize the township manager to sign an extension of the agreement for lawn cutting grounds maintenance services for 2024. Prices held as submitted for 2022. That's a motion.
I support.
Supported by Ms. Babel. Any questions, please? You want a roll call on that?
Yep. Supervisor Westrick?
Yes.
Clerk Smith, yes. Trustee Babel?
Yes.
Trustee Blackstock?
Yes.
Trustee Richley?
Yes.
Thank you. Business 2, we have approved quote from Wavewood Services in the amount of $6,885.98 for staining and sealing of the 3 bridges along the Bridge to Bay Trail within the park. This is coming out of the township budget. The 4th bridge has been scheduled and be taken care of by the Parks Maintenance Fund for the 4th bridge, I believe. So this is for the 3 that will be coming out of the township budget for the Bridge to Bay Trail.
And there's more, another quote, did you say?
I can tell you that today they had told us if we would bundle and do all of them, that there would be a discount. So the actual cost of our section would be $6,050 rather than the $6,000.
$6,050?
Yeah,
For all 3?
correct.
Any comments or questions or whatever?
Is the parks coming down too, or no?
Yeah, each one came down, that's our cost, I believe, each came down a couple $100.
Okay.
Oh wait, I have it in front of me. The parks, let's see, the original cost was $29.50 or $29.60.08. Is that what you have?
Yep, yep.
I show now it's $26.50.08 for
Okay.
them.
And they'll be taking care of that.
Yeah, that's in their
Right.
budget.
Right, okay. So,
I'll make a motion to approve the quote from Wavewood Services in the amount of $6,885.
no, $6,050.
Oh, I lied. $6,050 for staining and sealing of 3 bridges along the Bridge to Bay Trail within the park.
Okay. For support?
I'll support.
Mr. Blackstock. Okay, $6,050, is that right, Cindy?
That's approximate, some change. I don't have a exact. If you
Okay.
need an exact, I can
We'll make them do it for $6,050.
bump it up to
All right,
$6,055.
clerk, please call the roll.
Yep. Trustee Babel?
Yes.
Trustee Blackstock?
Yes.
Trustee Richley?
Yes.
Clerk Smith, yes. Supervisor Westrick?
Yes. Business 3, audit engagement. We approved the auditor at one of our previous meetings. This is the actual engagement, and this is to go ahead and have our township manager sign the agreement, the engagement letter with Yo and Yo. It's for the 2023 audit as required. $23,000 was the base audit, and then the other services were $12,500. And I, just in case to refresh your mind, if you wanted to know what that is, there's like GASB requirements, so, what do we got? F-65 prep, GASB 68, 71, and 75 update, fixed asset depreciation schedules, Michigan municipal qualifying statement, some Form 5572s and some stuff, but that stuff all totals the 12,500. So the total amount would be for 35,500. Is that correct?
Yeah, 35.5.
Yeah, so anyway, we list the people we've got. I go ahead and make a motion to approve the township manager to accept the engagement letter and sign it for the township. Base audit plus the other services with a total of 35,500 for the audit for this year.
Support.
Any other discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Roll call vote. Trustee Babel? Trustee Blackstock?
Yes.
Trustee Richley?
Yes.
Clerk Smith, yes. Supervisor Westrick?
Yes. All right, 4, I finally got people to come out and take a look at our flagpole. I know we've talked about it a few times, but our DPW would be removing the 3 bent poles that we have out there. We're gonna utilize the lights that are already there and leave that monument that's there, that concrete piece, because those are brand new lights that are on that. And they'll come out and install this flagpole. The clear anodized finish, I put it on there. It's basically protects the aluminum. You'll see a lot of flagpoles get that black aluminum residue that starts coming off it, and the guy said for what we have here, he'd recommended we do that. So there's a quote. They're pretty much the best people that do this. I've had them do stuff when I did industrial buildings many years ago, when a part of the job was glue to flagpole, but they're professional. They do everything that's around here too.
So this is for one flagpole,
150-foot flagpole.
or we're taking down 2?
We're taking down 3, the 3 little ones.
And where's our township flag gonna fly?
We can probably add that if we wanted to the bottom, but I thought we were just gonna do a Michigan flag underneath the big USA flag. You know, you could always leave the other flagpole if you wanted to put a bigger East China flag on that one. You know,
How
the one
big
that's
are
on that
those ones?
concrete.
They're tiny. How big are they?
I think the one is 40 that's there.
Well, no, I'm talking about the
The
flag
little ones are
itself.
like 25 or something, but maybe 30 foot.
What?
No.
The flag
the
itself? I
Yeah.
have no
Oh,
idea.
okay. Yeah, I think they're smaller than a 3x5, aren't they?
This small.
Yeah.
No.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
I used to order the flags,
Oh,
I don't
oh,
know,
oh, okay,
but
okay.
we never went that small typically.
Okay.
And the one is always supposed to be bigger than the other,
Right. Yeah.
Right.
the US.
Well, we can talk about if you want to leave the middle pole up, it's not dented up anyway. And you can fly the, put an East China flag on that one. But I didn't think we wanted to fly the flag anymore. You can fly the East China and not do the Michigan too if you want to. I just looked at what other places had, and they have the USA flag and they have the Michigan flag.
We
on them.
should do both,
Yeah.
but I do like the township flag as well. I know we have the sign going up, that's our
That's gonna
East
have-
China
it's
logo
gonna
and
have that on
that
it
kind
too,
of
right?
thing, so
Right.
maybe that would offset it. What are your thoughts?
That's what I was thinking, you know, be having the sign there, it's all,
Kind of
we have our
Name
stuff
out
on,
there?
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that would be
I can't see
fine.
that flag from the road anyway, but anyway.
Yeah, I guess with the new sign and our logo and I would be okay with not having our township flag.
We can
long.
put it back by your office.
There.
if you-
Yeah,
I just like.
Hang it under the window.
we can make a curtain out of it for you.
Yeah. This is a turnkey thing. Will our DPW will take down the other flagpoles. Again, the concrete monument that the one flag's on is gonna stay though, because it's got the donated by the East China Township citizens on it, the plaque, and it's got the lights on it too, so that'll shine on the new flag. It's good.
Is that on the rock?
Yeah, whatever that foundation is that the one middle pole's sitting on. Yeah,
And you know our
that
time
stays on.
capsule's in there too.
Yeah, so that'll all stay. They'll just remove the flagpole that's
Okay.
mounted to the top.
And we're gonna use ARPA funds for this?
Yeah, yep. So, any other questions?
Are we gonna buy, like, when the flag gets tattered, like, are we just gonna buy it as needed, or? can we
Yeah,
buy-
our DPW department can change the flag out then.
Okay.
This pole here was a little bit more than the other one they proposed too, because all of the stuff is internal on it, so people can't go out and mess with it, I guess.
Oh,
Like
okay,
the external
okay,
ropes,
yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
Right,
So, but they said for a municipality, this is a flagpole we want.
okay.
So, but, yeah, our DPW, I would assume, can change these flags out when they get tattered, sure.
Because we used to order them in bulk, like
Yeah,
for the
that's what I-
year,
Yeah.
we did,
Right, well, it's an 8x12,
for all the locations.
8x12 USA flag and a 4x6 Michigan flag is what they have for this pole, so I can send it to you afterward, but
Yeah.
they
I like
actually,
that how-
they actually do a rendering in front of the hall with the pole plucked into the picture, it's kinda cool.
I like that it's bigger, because I'm pretty sure those are smaller than 3x5 out there, I think.
Yeah,
Really?
They
Yeah,
seem
they're-
small.
They seem small on the
Yeah.
pole, even on that pole, yeah.
And the lighting, they'll be lighted,
Yeah, the
Just the
lights are
same.
brand new,
They have to
they're
be.
out there.
right, okay. And that's all part of this?
The light's already done. They're already on the flag that's out there. Blaine will aim them at the new one when we get them.
Okay.
But, so is there any questions on this? Everybody all right with that? I make a motion, we go ahead and have Rocket Enterprises install us a new flag, pole and flag and all the hardware and all the installations for $10,719.50.
Support. And using ARPA funds, right?
Yeah, it's coming out of the ARPA fund,
Yeah.
right? Any other discussion or comments? And Sandy gets to keep the East China flag. All right. Clerk, please call the roll.
Roll call Supervisor Westrick?
Yes.
Clerk Smith, yes. Trustee Beagle?
Yes.
Trustee Blackstock?
Yes.
Trustee Richley?
Yes.
All right. All right, new business 5, pretty straightforward. I'm just gonna approve the township manager to recruit for summer rec program director and support staff as presented, try to get the summer rec program going again. If you know anybody that's interested, please have them come and, apply. I make a motion, we go ahead and authorize the township manager to recruit for summer rec program director and staff as needed.
I support.
Any other discussion?
Did you make the motion?
Yes. All
June
right,
17th to August 1st,
yep.
the East China Park.
Yeah, East China Park, June 17th to August 1st. Director for the summer rec program, and then we got some support staff and some assistants. A lot of high school kids have done that in the past.
Mhm.
And we're in the aides too.
And this is within our budget, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah,
in the rec,
okay.
yep. Cindy, anything you want to add on it? Not really? All right.
No, I did update the descriptions a little, and so they'll be posted within this week so that we can get those up there.
Basically, we got a director of summer rec, and then a summer rec support staff, 2 of those, and then there's 4 to 6 assistants for the programs, and then we have some aides, maybe 2 to 4 aides, so there's some good summer jobs out there if anybody's interested.
Okay, it looks like there's training, 9 to noon, Monday through Wednesday. Thursdays are scheduled for field trips. No camp week of July 4th. Okay.
All right, it's been made and supported, I believe, so.
Are we, what, I'm sorry, what is the cost? Like, are we charging the residents, or is like residences are different fee schedule, or?
Well, we haven't set that yet. This is just to recruit for the staff. So we
Okay.
do have a meeting next week, I think, and we're going to finalize the program details.
And that's with our recreation committee now?
Committee, advisory committee, yeah.
Okay,
I think I moved it and.
I'm sorry,
Supported, is that right?
and Babel support,
I think so.
okay.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Second one is for the park maintenance workers. Approve the township manager recruit for the 3 parks maintenance workers for April, October, as they do every year. Just giving the township manager approval to do that. I make the motion, we approve that as well.
I'll support.
Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Announcements, Mr. Richley?
I mean, it's kind of, it's about the cemetery.
Go ahead.
Okay, I mean, I think Debbie has more information than me.
Well, if you want to start it, because everybody came to you about it all, I just kind of
Yeah.
heard from it
Yeah.
about it secondhand.
Yeah, that's kind of how I did too. I go on to Facebook, but I mean, I don't like follow everything with a fine tooth comb, but somebody alerted me about,
What's Facebook?
Yeah.
but, somebody alerted me to, like, there was a bunch of pictures posted of, the sculptures and stuff like that, that apparently, I didn't realize that they were out there for a long time in the parking, I don't know if it was the parking lot or, but.
No, it was
Yeah,
by the,
By the building.
we have the dates.
by the
and
building,
everything.
by the chapel,
Okay.
on the
And
side of the chapel.
basically, there was pictures posted, and there's people that obviously have people there that are not residents necessarily. So, anyway, they posted a picture of the dumpster and how there's lots of,
Statues and.
right, and things like that. Like somebody said that, I'm not Catholic personally, but I mean, apparently there's like proper ways of disposing of like Mother Mary and stuff like that. I don't know whether that's true or not, but there was just a lot of sculptures and stuff like that in the dumpster bin. And so obviously I got a lot of, it was on Nextdoor, which is another like thing like Facebook, but on Facebook, and there was a lot of people commenting like, how could they
It
do
was
that?
next door to the cemetery?
No, Nextdoor, it's like a Facebook thing.
It's a community
It's-
communication
Oh,
tool.
Right.
Next door is.
Right.
Yeah.
So do we know if this was a recent photo, or was this the last time we did
No,
cemetery
this was-
cleanup?
This was a
April
recent
1st.
photo, I guess.
Yeah,
By
last
what
year
I-
we posted in the,
I didn't go there. I
we
didn't see it
posted
myself.
with in the paper that we're gonna remove, the sexton was gonna go out and collect.
And we do that every year
Yeah, and it was, he was gonna place it behind the building, I believe, or something
for a
like that.
certain
for a
amount of
while.
time.
Last fall, and they actually stayed there until just now.
I've
So-
got the dates and everything.
Yeah,
of
yeah, if you wanna
everything,
share the
so,
dates, that's
yes.
fine, but that was, it's done like every year, but they
Yes.
did a thorough cleaning last year.
Yeah, we've, there's 3 of us that are on the cemetery commission, and we've gone along and we've kind of put together the different ordinances. We've reworded some of them, and we came to the board and had them, inputted, and there is an ordinance that's been in effect for at least 50 years that states that we cannot have all this stuff on the grave sites because it makes it too hard to clean up and do that. And we actually put a publication in the Voice in 2022, July, August, and September, that items were supposed to be taken off and disposed of or taken by the people that own them. And then the items were removed in the spring and summer of 2023. They were put behind the building, the chapel there, and in anticipation that maybe, the owners or whoever would come and pick them up. Well, they weren't, so the items were placed in the dumpster this March. And that's, I guess, where the pictures came from. But we are implementing all the ordinance things, and I'm sure we have let it go for way too long, and people were just abusing it.
And
let's
people don't
say.
know sometimes,
And-
too,
Right,
so,
they don't.
yep.
And when they purchase the sites or the grave sites, they are given the ordinances, and it's posted all over in the
Right.
cemetery.
Yes.
What's allowed and what isn't. So, I don't know what else we could do.
It's
only thing-
unfortunate.
The only suggestion that I have, maybe, I mean, I don't know if that's possible or not, but because, like I was telling you about that lady from Florida or whatever, like, there's some people that, they have sentimental things or whatever, and if there's a way that we can maybe, I don't know if we can hold it in the dumpster or whatever I don't know how that works or what
Well,
the
like she's
cost would
saying,
be.
this has been sitting behind the building since last spring, summer
Right.
of 2023.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
I mean, how long are you gonna,
But
I
I
mean,
mean-
that's a
Exactly.
courtesy right there.
right. But the
It
problem.
was posted in 2022
Right.
for
But,
those 3 months.
But the thing, like, I didn't even know about it until I heard it from
Right.
somebody else and I saw it on Facebook.
Yeah.
And maybe those people are the same way. I don't know. But, cause I mean, especially if you live in Florida, it's like, how often are you gonna come up with, it's like,
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
we have to maintain the cemetery,
Right,
and
right.
unfortunately, it did get a little lax over there, and, now, but I think that what's important is when something is installed that's not appropriate, it's caught right away.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
and people are notified, you know.
yeah.
That'll prevent this in the future.
Well, our cemetery staff really doesn't go in till spring to start cutting
Right.
grass, so that's when they would probably see things. They're not gonna
Right.
know now, they're
Our
not all
part-time
winter.
worker will definitely notice when it's a problem, and,
You know.
and we
Right.
try to correct that then, and make sure that that doesn't happen. If you think we need better signage, maybe take a look at that, but,
It is posted in
yeah,
several places.
it's never a comfortable situation, it's not. You
Right.
know, and
No,
people-
it's
It's
not.
a sensitive-
It's
I get it,
very-
you know,
Yeah.
I really
Topic.
do.
Very difficult to
I
even
get
talk
it.
about some things
Yeah.
and do that.
Yeah, I do get it, and it's unfortunate. But there's, I don't know what else we could do with,
And
with, you know, we're
Yeah.
not sure that's stuff that's there, whose is it?
Right,
You know,
right.
And I do know there was a comment made about a grave marker that was the tombstone or whatever that was put in the dumpster. Yeah, and that was because they had a new one put in, and nobody picked up the old one, so what are we supposed to do with it, you
Right.
know?
Right.
dispose of it, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's
we
been
have
replaced.
to, we can't keep all that stuff around, you know?
Right.
Right.
So,
Okay. Any other comments?
You got the water thing, so I'm done.
Water?
The water line and sewer line.
Yeah, I'll go over that. Heard of anything? Nope. Anything additional, Dave?
what about the chicken stuff?
No.
You weren't gonna go with that? No? Okay.
You got anything?
Just that we had a total of 69 voters for early voting over a 9-day period. We were open from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. every day of the week, starting on a Saturday all the way through
To
to
the
the
weekend,
following
yeah.
Sunday. So it was similar results throughout the county.
How many total voters?
I couldn't tell you that.
I don't know.
It was kind of just, everybody was kind of just emailing what they had and, you know, as the week
I
went
mean,
on.
for us, so, we had 69 during that period, including the Tuesday?
No, that was
Oh,
just early
Right.
voting.
Okay. Yeah, just a quick update on the water and sewer projects that we have out there. The sewer lining project's wrapping up. They have a manhole to replace at the south end of that. That's hopefully gonna be scheduled soon here. It was something that was started last year when they had to stop, and for whatever reason it didn't get done, but they're supposed to supply, so we'll schedule that. And that same contractor's also going to be boring in the water main that sits down the road here. It's directional boring, goes from Record down to close to Putty Hat Road. They're getting ready to start with that within the next few weeks, I guess. They've
Is that the
got with the engineer on that.
special assessment district?
No,
Oh,
that's part of the drinking water
Okay.
revolving funds. On the clean water side though, again, the sewer lining's just about complete. They're doing some laterals yet, they're finishing that, and they have that manhole to do. And that'll take care of the sewer lining project, the clean water one. The drinking water side, the contractor's complete with all the water main installations down here, Point Drive and all this stuff down here. They're tying in some water services still yet. I believe they got one set testing that goes under the canal that was in place when they redid that bridge, so it was new already put in there, but we had to connect to it and then disinfect it. So they're finishing that up, weather permitting, now that it's getting warmer, it's nice. I know there's some people that have called and complained about some of the settling, which we'll get to it all, it's on the list. The engineering inspector will be going over everything with a fine tooth comb that was done last year and correct it all, make sure the drainage is right. So be patient with us, you know, it's nice, but it's still 1st of March. So, you know, that might not happen for another few weeks yet, once it settles out. Again, this portion that's gotta be completed yet, the valves are done on the south side, the north side, we got about 45 valves up there to be done, and they're gonna start those soon.
On the
within
north
next
end?
couple of weeks on the side. We did a lot of work over the winter about trying to bunch those up a little bit more, so we're not shutting water down and making people boil water so much for each valve. We're gonna try and do a section that's got 3 or 4 valves in it now. So we actually did install some valves over the winter to allow us to do that. So the disruptions hopefully be a little bit less for that, for the residents there, but that section's what's left on their portion pretty much. Clean up down here and then valves at the north section there. And again, the DVM's doing the main boring down through here for the new directional boring from Record down to Putty Gut. Special Assessment District, they're working on the easements on that for the, we just reviewed that at our asset meeting, and they should have that done soon, and then they're waiting for us, and I'm like, no, we're waiting for you. We have to, the next step for us is to have this bid out, so we have a price, then we
Right.
go back and establish the Special Assessment District, so they're getting that to us. I hope by the next meeting they have that ready. So that, then we can tell the residents what it's gonna be, the portions, and decide how we're
Well,
gonna
we
fund
have to have
everything.
the public hearing.
Oh, yeah, we have all that to do yet, but we need a number.
Right,
We need a little bit, basically.
right. Present it out to them.
And on the DPW building, we're still waiting on approval from the road commission. They want us to redo the storm sewer down Rico Road. It's, different size pipes and collapsed pipes, so
Storm sewer?
for our site to drain, they want us to improve that piping before they'll approve our site. And we'll be using match money that we have left from the last few years to cover that, which we'd have to pay for it regardless with that way, but it'll be 50% them, 50% us. So once we get that, should be taken care of in the next 2 weeks, as long as we agree to the number. They'll go ahead and grant us permission to start to bid that out.
Good.
Can I ask a question? Is Point Drive complete now?
No.
Is it just the restoration? No, I know at the end of it it's not, but is it just the restoration?
They got some services left, they have some services, I believe, left to do. I don't know how many they finished at the end of last week, but they were still finishing services and a little bit of work right there at the
Right,
canal.
down by the bridge.
Yeah, I think
There's
they're just
still
about
boil
done.
waters down there.
Right, well, they're still doing the testing. on that.
Days.
Yeah.
No, somebody had said they were gonna redig everything again, but they've already put all the tap-ins in, haven't they? It's just restoration, that's,
There's some services to be done down there yet. Once that pipe is disinfected and tested and put into service, then they can tie the services in.
yeah, I understand that, but they're not gonna dig up all of Point Drive again. They're just gonna restore what's been done.
Right, the only place they'll have to dig is for the services down at that end.
Right, I know they're still working down there.
Yep. Yep.
Thank you.
Anybody have anything else? Not?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Is there support?
Support.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned, thanks.